Yes, guys, and welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the World King, part 29. Game over. You're wondering what the fuck? Well, I will explain. Yeah. Now, firstly, I actually thought I'd done a video on this recently, but I hadn't, to tell you where we were at. Because we've come on quite leaps and bounds since the previous update, where we've both sort of like moved on. So the term game over. Now I'll explain as I'm going along where we're leading with that. So Matt, then this is going to have been fired up as a solo. Matt is at Sporting. Now cast your mind back now. Matt last season was fucking devastated because he missed the title. He lost a couple of games against Porto, which proved really, really costly. And let me just go to him now. It was there, it was a triple whammy there. He lost in the cup semis, he lost in the league, and that was really the end of it, to be honest with you. And the last game of the season, I think he was already lost the title. So, you know, it's another season for Sporting for Matt. Meanwhile, for me, we made a move. Did I say this? I can't remember if I told you this. But we moved to Marseille. We moved to Marseille, funnily enough. We moved to Marseille in Feb. So we weren't able to get any signings. But we got 7 signings in for this new season. Obviously, the objective this season is to win the title with Marseille. But there's no point me going through it too much, because let me explain what game over means now. I think you can probably work it out. It's a no-brainer. So I know Matt was getting probably a little bit bored, and I think deep down Matt knew I was, but you sort of don't want to bring it up to each other, do you? Because you don't want to sort of put an end to the game. I mean, what are we? Season, what do we say, 33? This is season 34. So I said to Matt, right, it's getting a bit stale, and he goes, I'm glad you said that, because I thought that. So we've actually agreed to end the game. We've ended it, you know, and I think we've had a good innings. You know, there was a big debate, right? Are we going to go round again? You know, it's a long way to go, isn't it, on going round again? Let's be honest. If you look at selected leagues, go round again. To go to all these leagues again, it's a long... I mean, I did it in, we broke it in 24 seasons. So we agreed, we have agreed, we are going to sort of like knock it on the head. Hence the terminology, game over. So, the World King is complete for myself and Matt, but there's a new project on the horizon, and I want you guys to interact on this, right? Because if you don't, then we'll just do it anyway. Annie tried to interact, and she tried to say, oh, I'll choose your team. There, fuck off. She'll give me fucking God knows what. So, we have got something in mind, okay? This is only, we're throwing it out here, okay? We want to do something very, very similar to the World King, okay? But we'll open up a few more leagues. So we'll probably open up Turkey, because that can be opened on the update. We'll use the update, the latest update, the most recent update, which is the October 24. We will possibly open up Japan and China. I mean, I might even want to open them all up, to be honest with you. I won't open Northern Ireland. That's a bit bugged, I think. Poland I don't like. I don't know, but we'll open up a few more. Anyway, so... that's one thing we want to do. Secondly, we're looking at maybe starting in the national leagues. So the conference or the conference north, that is the next option. We've not put anything in stone yet. If we go low leagues, we have also agreed we will retain the ruling of minimum 3 at the back, 2 wide players, non-whib bob, but we will say that our transfers will be 10 per season as opposed to 7 if we're playing low leagues. So let me know your views, guys, if you've got any suggestions. And if you throw a suggestion and we don't do it, it's not offensive towards you. Just the idea is just to throw things out there. They've got to be. You've got to think to yourself, right? Someone threw a suggestion to me, and it was a fair suggestion, but it weren't realistic because when myself and Matt do start a new save, we want to do it for the long haul. I mean, this game. I mean, when did we start this game? We would have started this particular save not long after the April update, because this was the April 24 update, so we would have started this about May, I think. Hence, that was the update at the time. So, for those of you that have followed this story throughout, I appreciate it. We've had live streams, we've had some great time. I think a highlight for me is getting sacked live on stream. That is hang on, no. Sorry, I've got that wrong. Sorry, that was on the other one, weren't it? That was on the game on. I'm trying to think what highlights we've had in this. I don't think anything would beat the game on challenge that we did with the ODB, but the highlight of this really for me was achieving the World King status. Not because it was before Matt or anything like that, but I think it was great for both of us to do it. I would be inclined, if I'm truly honest with you, if we were to do something like this again with the big clubs, I'd be inclined to have the rule in that I cannot be a team that Matt has been, and Matt cannot be a team that I've been, in the interest of fairness, because you could argue that if I've just done it with Real Madrid, and then I move on, and then Matt moves to Real Madrid, do you know what I mean? You know, that might be a worthwhile thing. Before we go, let's take a look then at how we finished off them. Starting with myself, who for some reason is still basic language Slovakian. Not sure where that goes. So we finished at 90 years of age. But more importantly, let's take a look at our stats. No, that's not what I meant to do, was it? I did mean to go to stats, didn't I? Dickhead. 22 league titles and 50 cups. I'm not quite sure what Matt's finished on, but let's take a look. 22 and 50 then for me. And for Matt, ...24 and 43. So, very, very interesting. 2 more league titles, 7 less cups. And we move on. And it has been a great, great save. You know, it's never really... I mean, I've said this before. I've contradicted myself when I say these things don't get boring. Well, they don't. I mean, we could quite easily fire on and do the World King again, you know, and it would retain interest. But do we want to? Do you know what I mean? So that's it from me and the World King. And until the next challenge, take it easy, guys.